In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, Beverly Hills 90210 fans, stop what you're doing right now, because it's time to dive deep into 90 News. All the latest news and rumors coming out of your favorite zip code. With your hosts, Pete Ferrero and Melanie Rose. Oh my God, I can't believe what I just heard.
Okay, hey Melanie, how are you? It is a
Hey.
Friday, so it's time for 90 News. We got lots of shit to get to this week. I mean, first of all, we're going to wait for Charles and Larry to come on in a little bit. We'll talk about everything that happened last week, and so I don't want to get into all this. But how are you? How's everything going on with you?
Oh, I'm great. Thank you. It was a really awesome week with our Peach Pit After Dark episode, and I've been off work for the All-Star break, so just trying to, catch those summer vibes, and it's going good. How about you, Pete? How's your week been?
It's been great. It really has been. I'm just keeping busy. Got lots of projects in the whatever you want to call it, in the fire, and I'm just trying to get all that going. I do have to tell you that we have 2 really cool new T-shirts in the store. And they're authentic T-shirts. So this is the first time that anybody has a California University shirt available. So you'll be able to feel like you're a part of CU with this shirt. That's the actual logo. Shout out to Joe Bradley. Cameron Bancroft sent us a picture of the logo, and we were able to get it put on a shirt. And Drew Kinney verified that is the logo. So pretty exciting. And then we pulled this one. I don't know if you've seen this one yet, Melanie, but you can also get After Dark shirt too. So, and I think that's a good idea for people to get that, because we are planning a Peach Pit After Dark pop-up pretty soon. So just stay tuned on all of that.
Yes, I had a phone call with our potential venue this week. So we sent them some stuff, and we're waiting to hear back, and hopefully we'll confirm that and get some details for everybody.
We are looking at August as a possible date, so get it together. But I think this is going to be, we're testing it, right? So we're going to try to see how the Peach Pit After Dark pop-up does. We're going to test it in LA in August. If it does great, maybe we'll do another one, and we'll be some with more guests and whatnot. So we're really excited about it here. One of the other things, so that's one thing we're popping on. Let's bring Larry on.
Hey, Larry.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm about a ferry from Martha's Vineyard to New Bedford. Did a little bit of a day trip to visit some friends and see some art in the museum there. But wow, what a show we had this week! It was so exciting to see. Everyone was anxious to get on. I mean, they just jumped on board. The musicians who played the Peach Pit After Dark, realized how important it was in a lot of ways in their career. Just in terms of the hip quotient, the goofy quotient, and the sales quotient. They all sold records. It was just great to see. And then Brian and Tori coming on, and Jamie's being with us the whole show. I mean, it was fabulous.
It was a lot of fun. I want to, I know you're on a boat, so I know you have a limited, time here with us, but I want to ask you about this. America's Zip Code is coming soon, and I'm starting to get an incredible amount of responses. So listen, guys, if you're listening to this and you want to be on our show, the states are moving quickly. We've got someone from Massachusetts. We got Arkansas, so that was exciting. We got a
show. We got fans from every state to talk about how much the 90210 meant to them, and it's just it is America's zip code, and we're going to claim that territory. But we're looking for Delaware, some of the states that we haven't really heard from. We already have Arkansas, which is fabulous, and we have Indiana.
But listen, if you want to be a part of this, this is going to be a September thing. Peter at Beverly Hills 90210show.com. Hit me up and tell me what state you're from, and we'll get you in the mix of this. So there's Larry again. Boom.
Yes.
It's difficult, but I'm here. But just that. So the American zip code, we already have Arkansas. We have Indiana. We want to hear from South Dakota. We want to hear from every state. But we got to fill the map up. From sea to shining sea.
Awesome.
Yes.
Man. Well, I don't want to, you've got a lot going on and you're on a boat. So good seeing you, my man. And we'll see you again pretty soon, right?
All the news that's fit and lit, kiddies. Bye-bye.
All right.
Yes.
Bye, buddy.
Bye, Larry. Oh, fun.
Okay. Now,
summer, boats. Oh,
right.
I love summer.
But hang on, before we get into the next thing about America's zip code and all that, I want to bring up, I have this book. This book is so awesome. My friend Taylor wrote a book, and here she is. It's a book of poems. Hey, Taylor.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
It's been a minute. How have you been?
It's a lot better. I'm in California instead of spending a summer in Brooklyn. So I'm like the happiest.
Very cool.
Yay.
I want to ask you about writing a book of poems and how that happened. And I think this is amazing. I told you, I sent you a DM and I said, I needed this. This book of poems was perfect in the moment, and I really needed to read some of this. I mean, it's heart-wrenching stuff. Some really, really feels very personal, yeah?
Yeah, super personal. I mean, it kind of came about, I've heard that saying that luck and opportunity, or luck is like opportunity and preparation. It's like when they come together. And that's kind of what happened. I mean, I like wrote all this stuff about a time in my life, and then found some beautiful people who were looking to publish some poetry, which was amazing. So they took it and they ran with it, and they were like, do you want to do the cover? And I was like, yeah, I want to do the cover.
Nice.
And yeah, it came about like, it came together just kind of all about this one period, which was kind of nice. Like I want to go off and do more experimental things in the future. I'm kind of glad that this all came together as one concise voice, and I can like let it fly on its own now.
It's awesome. I can't say enough about it. It's really great. I know our show is about 90210 here, but this audience will absolutely love this book of poems because it's about it feels very 90210. It's in some ways. There's a lot of really heart-wrenching and interesting things happening in here. I think a lot of people that listen to this show can definitely relate to it. I know I did so at specific times. But thank you for being here. I mean, and so if somebody wants to grab this, what's the best way to grab this book of poems?
Yes, you can go to Bottle Cap Press. Their Instagram has the link to their website, and they usually like have sales. Every chapbook is $10. Sometimes it'll go down to $8. So I think that's pretty cool. A lot of really, really talented people on there. So yeah, check that out for sure.
Definitely check this out. I think you should guys all get a copy of it today. Thank you, Taylor. It's good to see you. We know each other. We know Taylor and I made a couple of comedy sketches together a few years ago.
Not as emo. So cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I know you're a Swiftie like Melanie and I, right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Oh my God. How good is the new Renegade song on the Big Red Machine? Have you listened to that one yet? It is so good.
And I'm just like so happy that she and Justin Vernon like are in this together, because I'm right there with them. I like love them both so much. They make me cry the biggest tears, like
oh my God, yeah,
Wonderland tears.
Yeah,
I'm just so satisfied with my life with them making music together.
Yes,
I was gonna say there definitely feels at times in this book of poems like I've just told someone the other day that when I think back on 2020, I think of both of her records. That to me is the soundtrack of 2020 for me.
Yes.
I mean, I think I feel that way. But this book sort of is like it's like Swiftie adjacent. You know what I mean? Like
thank you.
Yeah, like it's got a lot of really good stuff in it, and I'm now putting this in the book of, even though I got it in 2021, it's all a part of the 2020 chapter for me.
It was definitely written in 2020, the parallels of 2020.
No doubt. All right, it's good seeing you, Taylor.
Good seeing you, Pete.
I think the world of you, so I'm happy to promote anything that that's going on with you. So
thank you so much. Have a great show.
All right,
good to meet you.
Good to meet you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
She is so awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I want to let you guys know too. She did not like. This is not an ad. You know what I mean? Like we didn't like. She didn't pay me to talk about her book or anything like that. This is just someone I genuinely like and have been inspired by, because she's a very talented actress and she's done a lot of cool stuff. And when I saw this book, that I was just like, I am all about it. Though it's feeling like an ad, but she. But it's not an ad. I just think the book is really awesome, and I think it's not like a long book where you're gonna spend a lot of time like, but it's heavy. It's heavy, and like the material's heavy, and it's really, really good stuff. Okay, we got all right. In the system. We are waiting for Chuck here, and while we wait, how about this?
Hi, I'm Melanie with 90210 Hunts, and we are hosting another virtual scavenger hunt from August 13th through the 15th. This one is going to focus on all things pop culture from the whole decade of the 90s, including TV, music, movies, fashion, anything you can think of. It's going to be so much fun reliving our favorite decade. There will be a couple of Beverly Hills 90210 tasks and prizes, so check those out. Visit 90shunt.com, sign up today, and we will see you August 13th through the 15th. Hey, and one quick thing I want to say about that is that everybody who registers will be randomly entered into our registration prize drawing, in which you could choose either a Brandon or a Dylan doll. So you don't even have to do the hunt. You just got to sign up. Everybody will have a chance to potentially randomly win one of these dolls. So it's a sweet bonus for signing up. So head over to 90shunt.com and sign up.
What I like about this hunt too is that it's not just 90210. It's going to be a lot of 90s things, and I'm excited by that. I mean, you may even get me to play.
Oh, I mean, I hope so. I love that you always sign up, but yeah, it'd be cool if you completed a couple tasks this time.
We'll see how that plays out.
Yes,
okay,
we will.
let's bring on our buddy Charles Rosen. It's good to see you. Hello.
Hi.
Good morning, everybody. And yeah, wow, dolls. I got a whole box up here that's never been opened, dolls. That's a really nice door prize.
I know, that's what I thought. And, thank you for offering up one of the signed Beverly Hills Beach Club scripts as well for one of our exclusive prizes, which is awesome.
And I've asked Karen to find the one Dawson's Creek that she and I wrote.
Wow.
And it's an interesting story about that Dawson's Creek, because everybody who read it involved with the production and the studio was thrilled that finally that a script was written where the kids sounded like kids. It sounded like real people and not the creator's wet dream. And and I remember going to one, and by the way, and everybody was real excited about that. And 5 days later, I still had my job, but I wasn't really involved with as much in the creative process anymore. So it was an entirely alternate universe of Dawson's Creek. So that one should be of some interest if we can find it, somewhere in our files.
Ooh, yeah. People love Dawson's Creek. That's awesome. Thank you, Charles.
Much appreciated. Hey, Charles, everybody's talking about our show this past week. This all happened, pretty much came together in like a week or so, getting all these people lined up. It was not one. I feel like the ones that we plot out and plan, you know what I mean, sometimes take a minute, but this one came together pretty quickly. Melanie was instrumental in getting some of the music acts, and then the Flaming Lips came in last minute. What did you think of this past week's show? We had Tori, we had Brian, Jamie.
So
well, when you have stars and rockers who people know, although I was really excited we had Drew Kinney, but again, I'm with you. Who knows more about music than almost anyone I know. You can rival Larry a little bit in there. Where is our Martha's Vineyard today?
He's on a boat. We just.
Oh, that's right. He's going to New Bedford.
Yes, we talked to him quickly, but there was some noise, so we let him go.
I see. All right. That's
yes.
Right. All right. Yes. Well, it was really fun, and again, the Peach Pit After Dark. I realized, that we did so little. We did a couple of guest people, but really it was only Flaming Lips, if you think about it, because Jamie was our house band. And Jay and Squash It was a specific episode, and Jade was there for the Valentine's Day show. So only really Flaming Lips was the only band we brought out, and I'm still like kind of I never had heard their song. So when they started playing, she don't use jelly, and I saw. I can say, but people would agree with me, not agree with me. But if you go back at the episode, look at how Kathleen and Ian are trying to say, "Oh, this music's really cool. I'm really grooving to it." It just, it was it was indie, and we were not an indie show. Indie bands would not license to us mostly. They usually would always say no. Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting because I do think that one of the things that you pick up this week from doing the show that we did, the diverse amount of talent that came in to do it. Like we did talk about you doing some stuff, and Brian got to do some stuff, and then Jamie and all, but then you would have like later on they had Christina Aguilera or the Barenaked Ladies.
Well, I went. You know, we're lucky here in the podcast world, in that we have a friend in Texas who's a really good editor, and sometimes he'll put clips together for us. And so we saw some of these clips and of the different ones, and seeing Christina Aguilera sing Genie in a Bottle when she was still, before the bindi and before the just her whole change of persona, because she was just starting out, and it was and I really loved the song too. In fact, it was featured in my daughter's off-Broadway musical hit, Cruel Intentions, the musical. One of the songs was Genie in the Bottle.
Awesome. Melanie, go ahead. You I know this is a perfect tie-in. So
yes, actually, speaking of your daughter, we wanted to mention Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist Emmy nominations. You must be incredibly proud of your daughter, Lindsay.
Absolutely, and also I think it really underscores something. You know, she worked on the lyrics with her boss, and at a certain point, the boss had to say, "Yes, I didn't do this alone. I worked with another writer on it." Mm-hmm. There are very few showrunner bosses that do stuff like that. So, awesome. Austin Winsberg, you're a good man, and thank you, and for taking care of my daughter. And it was a very funny song. I know she doesn't think it has a chance to win, and I would probably this would be a category I would not bet on, as if anybody knows any of the songs to begin with. I mean, it is original songs for a television series. There are not that many that are written just for that.
Right.
It makes us feel really good, and the only thing that maybe would have made us feel better is, of course, Zoe got bought for its third season. Mm-hmm. Who had been on the show again, but she's got a really big. You're talking about the '90s. Lindsay's got one of the most ultimate '90s movies that she has been hired for Netflix. And as soon as I can tell you what the project is, I sure will.
Can't wait.
Freaks will really like it, and you may want to. If we can get the deal done, to even talk about it for as promoting the
I'd love to make a custom task for that if the timing works out. So please do keep me posted. That's awesome.
Well, if you're doing the 90, how they ultimately on the national tour of Cruel Intentions the musical, they sold it as the 90s musical. Well, I don't know if you're familiar with the score so much of what it was in there. I don't think you would be, Melanie, but I can send you some of the songs.
Please do. I loved the movie. I mean, I'm a big fan of the movie. Didn't see the musical, but yeah, I'd love to hear the score.
The musical is honestly better than the movie. No offense to our friend who created it and did it, but nonetheless, Roger Cumble, who was the writer-director of it, but he was involved also. He was, one in it with the musical, and realized immediately that when he saw it that this was something to hitch his star to. And it was a really fun 2015 was fun for a lot of people. And then it went back to New York in 16 and 17 and had a good run in the old Village Vanguard was where it played.
Very cool.
All right, Charles. This week we're supposed to be talking to Doug Emerson. We'll see how that plays out.
I hope so. I mean, he's such an interesting guy, and even in his post 90210 life.
Yeah, so we want to dive into Scott Scanlon and all of him and do that. If it doesn't happen, then we'll just be pulling right from Patreon and putting out a replacement episode. But it looks good. I think it's all good to go. So,
well, great. Well, have a good weekend, and baseball's back.
Yes.
Yes. Going to work today.
Well, I was going to wish you guys good luck, but Mets, Padres, Dodgers. I don't think they're going to do it. But have fun watching your teams.
Oh, you too. Thank you, Charles.
Always good to see you, have a good news.
Bye.
All right, thank you. All right, that was fun. Good seeing Chuck. Really, I'm excited to hear about whatever Lindsay's working on too. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes. Ooh, 90s too. Such a great time. And the 90s are so hot right now.
Right. I know everybody's got to have something come out with the 90s.
Yes.
And I love it because, obviously I'm a 90s kid, so it's kind of perfect for me. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. What are you going to throw at me first, Pete? This is my favorite part when you just throw things up and I talk about them, and I don't know what order you're going to do it. It's like a game.
I actually have no idea what order. Why don't we do this? This is going to get banned. Okay, that's it.
So Barenaked Ladies, they have a new album out today, Detour de Force, and of course we had drummer Tyler Stewart on the show this week. Barenaked Ladies, one of my favorite 90s bands. I used to be kind of a big fan. I would hold up signs and met them a few times back in the 90s. It was great to have him on the show. And actually one of my favorite moments from the show was when Tyler and Steven of Flaming Lips got to kind of have a moment together, the drummer moment. I thought that was cool. Tyler's a fan of Flaming Lips. So, great week for music. And
what a music show. I mean, that show did come together pretty quickly. It was fun. I want to show this clip here. I just decided to do this right now.
Great.
Tori and Jamie, when they were on the podcast. Was there any little crushy on the Tori?
How could I not have a crush on Tori?
Yeah, right. I mean, I've never even told you this, whatever. I had the biggest crush on him when we first met. And wait, do you remember me being at your house and I was going on a date with, you're not going to remember this. Like, you have so many things to remember, but I got set up. My dad set me up with an actor from another one of his shows, like Models Inc.
Uh-huh.
And I was at Jamie's house and I was going to meet this guy. And I think like afterwards I came back to your house and hung out with you and your roommate at the time, or what, I don't remember, but like this guy was such a douche. Like, I won't say who it is, but he was so awful, and like it was just like the worst experience. I was like, oh, so much for dating. And I actually had a crush on you, so I like didn't really care. But yeah, we just ended up being friends.
Yes. Jamie, what's your take on that?
A lot of great times, a lot of great memories, and things were fun for us in Hollywood at that time. And to be on a show like 90210 that was so popular and people were talking about it, and we just had a good time. We took advantage of that, and we had a good time in Hollywood and running around. So
I mean, every girl in America wanted him. So
I gotta tell you, I'm gonna make a comment here, and I'm gonna keep it in.
Okay.
I think Tori still has a little crush on Jamie Walters.
I think so too. And she really brought her outfit too, right? With the Offspring t-shirt and the lipstick. Like, she was going for a vibe, and I loved that story.
Loved the vibe.
And I mean, I agree with her. I totally had a big crush on Jamie Walters. Gosh, and I was also, I mean, who didn't, right? And I also felt really bad because my fan fell over during that whole conversation. So I was trying to get my fan to stop going crazy. So, these things happen during podcasts. I felt really bad, but you know what?
Nobody knows what you're talking about. And
I know
it's wonderful that you just exposed yourself.
Well, I am critical of myself, right? When I watch and I'm like moving around, that's not, it's not how I want to be, but shit happens. So whatever.
Shit does in fact happen. No big deal here.
Yes.
Okay, let's see where we're going first. Let's start.
All right. Okay, Private Eyes. So, Private Eyes on Global, it's back for season 5. It's the final season. New episodes are Thursdays on Global TV, so you can stream it there. Last season of the show, tune in so we can watch Jason and see how they end up wrapping up the series.
Absolutely. It's good to see Jason doing things. Oh, is that the last season? Is that what you just said?
Yep, season 5, last season. It will not continue after this.
That's okay. I mean, that's great, though. You said
5 seasons is a great run. I mean, for any show these days, right? Solid.
He doesn't stop working. It's incredible. Let's see here. What is this, Melanie?
You know what? That actually, we should have maybe covered with Charles, but Bethany Rooney actually has a blog, and she published one on 90210 and kind of talked about her experience and how, back then they were, not as proud of the show and all of the topics they covered and all that stuff. So Bethany Rooney, go check out her blog. I believe it's BethanyRooney.com. I'm going to confirm that right now so I can give you guys the link.
We love Bethany here at the show. We got to have her back on. I would love to cover Perfectly Perfect with her. So.
She has directed so many shows that I'm a big fan of. She's just so incredibly talented. And I mean, 90210 was very lucky to have her. So yes, BethanyRooney.com. And she has a link for her blog. So go check out the 90210 blog. It's very interesting. And hopefully we'll have her on the podcast maybe to talk about it sometime.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think she'll be back soon enough. Okay. Let's see what this is.
Gabrielle, she is handing over the reins as SAG president. She was appointed back in 2016 after the death of Ken Howard, won the election in 2017 and 19. Last week, she told everyone she will not seek a third term and will be backing Fran Drescher. The union has 160,000 performers, and they will be electing a new president this fall. And it will not be Gabrielle, but I mean, she's had a really great run, and you know, she'll be getting her life back a little bit. So maybe she'll have more time to come and talk to us.
Right, she could do another 90210 podcast.
I mean, you know, I'm going for the Andrea and Jay Thurman episode that I've been talking about for you know, since I met you. So I'll run that by Charles and see if we can make that. happen.
Let's hope that happens for you.
I know. I mean, I know you don't care, but you know, Jay Thurman.
Listen,
I
one of
like
the
him.
coolest things. I tuned into an episode of 90210 for fun. I didn't have to watch it. It was called Love Hurts. Well, because the Flaming Lips were on it, so I wanted to see what episode that they were on. I wanted to remind myself, and I don't know where I'm going with this. I think the purpose of this story was I am just always so grateful that I have gotten to talk to so many people from 90210. I can't even imagine it. So I was watching the episode and I was just like, oh my God, I've like talked to most of the people that are in this episode, and it's very, very cool. So I'm very blessed and thankful. And, you know, I just want to shout out, you know, when we were first starting the podcast, Darren Martin was such a huge person in helping us, you know, to get people talking about it and interested in the podcast. And I don't think I shout Darren Martin out enough. So much love to you, Darren. I don't know if you listen to this or if you are. I know you're very busy. You got a lot of things going on, but I the other day I was just watching that episode 90210 and I was just like, man, thank God for Darren Martin, because he really kind of got this whole party started in a lot of ways. So
Darren Martin love. I love it.
He's amazing. All right, let's see. Here we have Shannon.
Shannon, she is going on a road trip. Not sure where, but it's with her dog. But it looks fun. Road trips in the summer, awesome. Love it, especially when you bring your pet. Hopefully her Airbnb or hotel is pet friendly, which I'm sure it is.
Now, how do you know that she has an Airbnb?
I don't know. I just threw it out there.
Oh, okay.
Maybe she has one. I'm just making assumptions. I'm just saying, you know, she probably might have an Airbnb or a hotel.
Camping. Maybe she has a tent.
Maybe she's camping. Maybe it's a tent or a glamper. I mean, we don't know. We don't know. So we'll see. Maybe she'll post something to her stories and explain where she is. You know what? I saw Jen Len Ben liked that photo, and just quick shout out to Jen Leonard Benson. Thank you for helping us get Tyler on the show this week. She was the one that was actually instrumental in connecting us to Tyler. They know each other. So thank you, Jen. Great friend of the show. She's so sweet. We talk. I like her, and you know,
she's amazing.
We appreciate it. So thank you, Jen.
I was going to say, in regards to Shannon, I bet whatever she was doing was really awesome because she's really awesome.
Oh, obviously.
Yeah. Okay. There's this.
Oh, Kathleen had a birthday. Pete, did you wish Kathleen a happy birthday?
I did.
Nice.
Wish Kathleen a happy birthday. Yes.
Very nice. Hopefully she had a great day celebrating.
I think she did, from what I heard from her. Yeah, I mean, she's an amazing person. I can't speak on it enough. I've talked about her all the time here on the show and speak about, you know, this TV crush thing. But what's amazing about Kathleen Robertson is she's actually an incredible person too. So it's like turned into something else that's just really special to me. So
that's cute. And hey,
okay, let's go on and move the show to Brian. Also has had a birthday, and he talked to us the day before his birthday. How cool was that?
He sure did. He sure did. Yeah, Brian was previously in Walt Disney World with Sharna. Of course, we saw a lot of their adventure. Brian
Melanie
talked
Rose
about it.
like that. Melanie Rose liked it.
She did.
Yep.
And he talked a little bit about it on the show this week. You know, he mentioned how humid Florida is. He didn't bring up mosquitoes, but in my mind, I was thinking the whole time, oh my God, the mosquitoes must have been really bad if the humidity was bad. Anyway, they had a good trip. It sounds like Brian's going to be swimming with sharks for his next vacation, as he let us know. So that was cool. And you know what? Shannon posted a video of wishing Brian a happy birthday with them dancing from Beverly Hills 90210. Do you have that one? And thanks to Todd for sending it if you do.
I have it. It's just going to
Yes.
takes me a second to just load these things up here. Let's see. I
no
also
big
have
deal.
some other story that I can't wait to find out what it is. Do you think I talked about Kathleen enough? Did I give her enough birthday love?
Oh, you know what? I'm not sure. Just so everybody's clear, why don't you just make one more Kathleen?
Happy birthday, Kathleen. I hope it was wonderful. Happy birthday, Brian. I hope that was a wonderful one. Him with Sharna, they look like they're so happy and in love and all that stuff. It's just so nice to see, you know, because he's such a good dude. So,
yes.
All right. Not the original music.
Right. Very nice of Shannon to do the birthday shout out for Brian, though. I love that. That was really cute.
Yeah. Just the music aggravated me, but yes, it was wonderful to see that. Yes. Okay, Melanie. What's this?
Ooh, Jenny Garth celebrated a wedding anniversary. I forget what year, but years of wedded bliss. So happy anniversary to Jenny. She had posted a few photos from their wedding and them celebrating. So very nice. Yes.
Good stuff. Okay. Hang on.
I love that transition. It's one of my favorite transitions of all time.
It's the single best transition in the history of podcasts. All right. So this coming week, Scott Scanlon, hopefully the following week after that, we're doing The Girl from New York with Jill Fleming. The following week after that, we're still trying to figure it out. We do have a good one. We just can't get a hold of everybody. And then on August 11th is Ginger with
Yay.
And so I'm really excited about that. Join us for the America zip code thing. Peter at BeverlyHills90210show.com. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/BeverlyHills90210show. And then we have all kinds of fun things happening on there. This is going to be a big month for Patreon. I know we were off this week because we had the Peach Pit show and there was so much going on, but we have a lot of cool stuff being lined up there. And then also we're doing the Peach Pit pop-up. After Dark pop-up at somewhere. We just are still working on all that, so just stay tuned to the show for that. And of course, you know, Melanie has the 90s Hunt thing. You want to talk about that again real quick?
Yeah, really quick. 90shunt.com. You can also go to 90210hunts.com and there's a tab there. But again, sign up. Everyone that signs up, regardless of if you play, will be entered to win either a Brandon or a Dylan doll. And again, Charles is offering another digital signed script, super fun prize. And it's going to celebrate the whole decade. So, you know, get your caboodles and bum equipment and all your 90s gear ready. We're going to have some fun.
All right.
And that's August 13th through the 15th.
Very cool. Well, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And with that, Melanie, I think we've concluded the news for the week.
I think so. We will see you again in 2 weeks. And until then, 9021 out.